please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
Hi there, good afternoon, hello and welcome. This is Business Lunch. I'm Manglam Malu and with me is Sonia and Anuj. Sonia, the market's extending their gains, 10,425. Could there be a second half rally is the big question. And as we speak, the markets, if you take a look at most of the stocks, HDFC Twins doing well, HUL doing well at record highs. And as we speak, the markets are extending gains.
Oh, yes. And, you know, it's almost been like a roller coaster ride, right? We saw the trough coming out in the first half of trade and then that huge peak. And now we seem to be at the top. But all you can say is that the market has put behind it this event and is now moving forward. At least that's what the indications are. And if you look at the global cues also, the global cues are very strong. So the market is picking that sentiment forward too. The Nikkei is up almost about 350 odd points. But Anuj is also with us. Anuj, we've seen the peaks and the troughs today. There have been so many of them. But for now, the Nifty is back closer to the high point. You get a sense that the second half could be as strong as what we're seeing now?
It looks like that, Sonia. You know, a bit of a trend day, and normally on trend days you see a bit of a, you know, profit taking between 1 to 130, and then the markets move on. You know, this classical definition of BJP seats into 100 is working.
That's something you won't give up on, right?
I'm not going to give up. You know, I've coined this, so why should I give up? But anyway, you know, jokes apart. Look, the fact is that the market survived a scare, and in the morning, you know, it's a bit of a deja vu. In the morning, it looked like the market was going down. You know, I had the same kind of feeling that we had on the Brexit day or Trump day. But then also the market had recovered. And today, of course, the way PSU banks have recovered, the way ICICI Bank is rallying, the way infrastructure stocks are rallying, I think this is telling you what the market is now thinking next. It's now forgetting that, you know, politics could be a big risk. We'll talk about that when we move closer to 2019. That won't be a big risk up until then. And the market is now focusing back on global cues, liquidity. You know, you've seen metal stocks surging, all these stocks rallying. So, yeah, all things looking good right now. Let's see if we have one last flourish and maybe a move towards 10,500. You know, we are within 60 or 70 points of a new lifetime high. Let's not forget that. We are that close to lifetime high. And towards lifetime highs, there is some resistance for the market always. All
right, Anuj, I'll take 1 point forward. I was just taking a look at all the options data. The 10,400 put massive writing there, nearly 26 lakh shares written there. The premium is down. 10,400 call writers are feeling jittery, packing their bags. But the 10,500 call, that one should come up for you. That one's added close to 5 lakh shares. And the premium out there with the market being up has actually declined. There you can see the 10,500 call, the premium has declined. Do you believe the bears are taking that as a bit of a bet or something that maybe the market might not go to all-time highs?
You know, option premiums, you know, as you know, Mangalam, have, you know, 2 or 3 components. The intrinsic value, the volatility. Right now, this is the case of a mini binary event out of the way. And that's why, you know, a lot of smart money would have written 10,500 call, knowing that even in the best case outcome for the market, that level is unlikely to be breached. And that's why I think they're eating that premium. But I tell you something, there's still about 2-3 hours left for markets to close. If you start to make a move towards that previous high, and if you close somewhere around 10,480, then you would see this call also covering, because in that case, you are a gap up away from all-time high. And the template of this market is, if you close very close to all-time high, then the next morning, if the gap up takes out that all-time high, then you see further short covering. So I won't read too much into this data, apart from the fact that, you know, the IVs were high, and now they have cooled off.
Okay, Anuj, thanks for that. Well, we will keep coming back to you for more on the markets, because looks like the action is hotting up. We have been getting you all the big market reactions on the BJP victory. So let's get in a top corporate voice as well. Anil Agarwal, the executive chairman of Vedanta, joins us on the phone line to talk about, or to give us his view rather, on all the things that are happening with the economy right now. Mr. Agarwal, good afternoon, and thank you so much for speaking to us here on CNBC TV18. After what looked like an initial scare, it seems now that the BJP will take Gujarat. What's the sense you're getting about the strength that we could see as far as policy is concerned? This government has already taken a lot of steps with regards to reforms, you know, whether it's in the banking sector, strategic stake sales, privatization. But now do you feel that execution of these reforms is something that could be sped up?
Yeah, first of all, thank you very much. And then this is a good morning for me. I'm in London and it's about 6 o'clock here. So thank you very much for me to connect. It's an exciting moment. The whole world was watching because this was a this was the catalyst point for Modi government to move forward. And I think BJP coming in is a very good, very good sign in both the states. You know, the tremendous position we have in India, this is a fundamental question. If you see in the world, the socialist country, whether it is a China, whether it is a Russia, whether East Europe, they are run by the government company. And if you look at the America, Australia, is driven by the private company. And we have a bit of a khichdi. And we have to sort this out once for all, as Modi government has said, that the tremendous entrepreneurship, the economy has to go on a different level. And for that, the private company to get the boost is very, very important at this point of time. We have a phenomenal import, and this is the 2 years left. It's very important that we have a phenomenal fundamental intelligence bureaucracy. We have a amazing judiciary, the democracy, which is a phenomenal strength we have. This is the time the government got 2 years, and in this 2 years, they have done phenomenal reform in the past, and going forward to keep things simple and to give the boost to the private enterprise, whether it's a multinational or for an Indian entrepreneur or the Indian company, to make sure within the framework they take the country different level to create jobs and eradicate poverty.
Right. You know, Mr. Agarwal, of course, sentiment is one thing, but on the ground, we've seen that the macros have deteriorated over the last few months. You know, you have high inflation, you have slower growth, and now there is some pressure on the fiscal deficit as well. From you, I just want to understand, are you seeing any signs of a pickup as far as the capex cycle is concerned? Yeah,
this will, the way they have definitely anything before goes up, is take bit of a downturn, and which has happened. I'm very optimistic. You know, fundamentally, what we are saying to create jobs, we have said natural resource is one very, very important thing. India is sitting on the phenomenal resource base, and you know we have the huge infrastructure to develop. There are three legs. One is the natural resource, which has to be explored. So we have the job which we are creating outside India must come back to India. Number two, what we see, the infrastructure. Tremendous opportunity in infrastructure, and which government has done well, but we have to do it 10 times more to bring the infrastructure, and government spending has to come on in the infrastructure. And number three, we have a strong, very strong footing in the technology side. If you look at all the technology companies of the world, all the leaders, whether it's professional or leading by the Indian people. So tremendous intellectual capabilities are there. So these are the three legs, and I'm sure this government is very aware of it. The time is the essence. The time, the sense of urgency is very, very important. We will never get a person like Modi who has one agenda to take the country forward, and I'm wishing that the sense of urgency will take it forward and bring the prosperity to our country.
That's right, Mr. Agarwal. You know, you're talking about ease of doing business, that we have improved, and that the fact that there will be some stability with the key event out of the way for Prime Minister Modi. What are the resources, or what are the new reforms do you expect in the remainder of his term? Any view, any particular reform that you're really looking forward to?
Yeah, I have released 2 ads which has been appreciated very well. We said it's very important. As I said, the infrastructure is very, very important, whether to clear all the bridges, tunnel, highways, roadways. That's what China has done. That's what America has done in the past, to bring tremendous job, and government spending to come in that field. Number two, we have a huge import of gold. We have a huge import of oil, fertilizer, uranium, copper, 100%. This all we have. Millions of jobs being created outside India to supply to India, which has to reverse and bring the very, very simple policy. It's very important to bring the simple policy, and I can tell you the world is looking to invest in India. The Indian entrepreneurs are very, very smart to take the lead. We have to give them a courage. We have to give them a courage. If you look at what they have not built, the world's best airport has been built, the telecom company has been built, the software company has built, giving them a chance. This is the time for 2 years to give them a boost and take the country forward with the local talent, with the local strength.
Mr. Agarwal, before we let you go, just one word on what's happening as far as the global aluminum business is concerned. What would be your own view on how things could shape up in 2018?
Yeah, aluminum, I'm very bullish on aluminum. The biggest growth in the world in aluminum will come from India because we are in the lowest consumption. Because everything is replacing aluminum. It is a green metal, and in the world we are the natural people to produce aluminum because abundant bauxite we have and abundant coal we have. We have to have a sense of urgency, and I believe that we had a little slowdown in aluminum, but I'm looking forward that at least double-digit growth in aluminum, and the downstream, all the SMEs has to come into the aluminum. Today, very unfortunate, 1.5 million ton aluminum being imported. You know, there is a less duty on import than producing here. We have to stabilize. The government has to come up with the policy where imports are, curtailed. So this is. I'm looking forward a lot of SMEs to come in the aluminum sector.
Mr. Agarwal, have you heard anything from the government, or do you expect to hear anything from the government on the stake sale with regards to Hindustan Zinc?
Yeah, this is again the sense of urgency. You know, where there is what has been done has to be rewarded. You know, if you see the kind of job has been created, everything where the government bring the partner as a private people, they have a tremendous gain. So we have a government has a mood. They can get 30, 40, 50,000 crore out of this sale, and there is no point holding them. And whenever they are ready, we'll be ready, and we hear piece and bits that they are interested. But whether they sell it to us or sell it to the public, we have no problem.
Okay, and whenever you guys are ready, we'll be ready to cover the news flow as well. Mr. Agarwal, thank you as always for stopping by. You have a good day. Thank you for speaking to CNBC TV18. That's the word coming in from the executive chairman of Vedanta. Vedanta, incidentally, is the biggest gainer that we're seeing right now, almost a 4% gain. And so are the other metal counters, actually, Hindalco, etc., surging up. Let's do one thing. Let's take a short break on that note. On the other side, we will continue our focus on the big political story of the day as the BJP is set to romp home in both Gujarat and Himachal Pradesh. Stay with us. Welcome back. You're still watching Business Lunch on CNBC TV18. It has been a phenomenal day of trade for the markets. We have substantial gains under our belt, and this comes after a really volatile morning that we had because of the BJP, the numbers that were really volatile in the early part of the election counting. Now, of course, the numbers are tilting more towards the BJP, so 100 plus for the BJP in the Gujarat elections. But we've been so obsessed with our own markets that we forgot to track the globe. Around the globe, Asian markets have been gaining, taking cues from a record close on Wall Street on Friday. Investors are optimistic on the hopes that a plan to reduce corporate taxes will be passed very soon. Meanwhile, Europe is expected to open with gains ahead of the vote on the US tax legislation that's scheduled later for today.
All right, then let's shift focus back to the big event today. That's the celebration at the BJP headquarters as BJP retains Gujarat. CNN News 18's Arunodaya Mukherjee is here with the key takeaways from this election and the political and economic impact it has had.
Well, a clearer picture has finally emerged, even though Network 18 had called both the elections in Gujarat and Himachal Pradesh accurately and first right here. What we now know about Himachal Pradesh and Gujarat, both states going to the BJP. Let's start with the Himachal Pradesh state first, where the BJP getting 42, the Indian National Congress getting 21. It's a big vote no for the Congress party. The electorate voting out Veerbhadra Singh after a full term. Several questions regarding corruption, of course, had surfaced as well. Anti-incumbency was a big factor as well. But this is going to be a big message for the Congress party at a time when Rahul Gandhi has taken over at the helm of affairs. A big loss, a big state has now been lost by the Congress party. What happens next? There are only a few states left where the Congress party has a government there. Let's move on to Gujarat, where several other factors have been at play, and the election results in Gujarat really give a sense of the trends and the political indicators for the months ahead, especially in the run-up to the 2019 elections. How exactly has Gujarat voted? Now, the trends are emerging slowly. Some of the factors that are going to be a worrying point for the BJP, even though they are all set to form that government in Gujarat, is the number game. The BJP, remember in 2012, in the last elections, getting 115. This time around, the BJP down to 103, as we've been reporting. So the Congress also increasing its vote share. What are some of the factors that could have been at play here? Well, most importantly, the Patidar agitation could have hurt the BJP. GST and demonetization, while in some places it has got a thumbs up for the BJP, in some places it could have made a dent in the BJP's vote bank. The big factor also, after several years of BJP rule, there was anti-incumbency. Perhaps also that gave the Congress an appetite in the voters' minds as well. But let's take you through some of the finer points that are coming out of the state of Gujarat. Again, the more crucial election out of the two states. South Gujarat remains a BJP bastion. Remember, South Gujarat is all the trading hubs which has preferred the BJP in these elections as well. North Gujarat, this is significant. North Gujarat, where the Patidars were seen to be the main challengers in the elections, they have, however, gone with the Saffron party and not with the Congress party. However, the scenes in Saurashtra are a little different, and I'm going to take you through those details in just a bit. Another factor which was supposed to have gone in favor of the Congress party has gone against them. The Thakurs have voted with the BJP, and remember, a dozen Congress rebel candidates have also hurt the Congress's perspectives. Let's talk about the key region of Saurashtra, because that is where a lot of news points are now coming out. There has been aggressive Patel campaigning there, which has also hurt the BJP to a certain extent. This has been a BJP stronghold for the last 2 decades. 12% of the population of Gujarat is Patels. How they were going to vote was always a key factor. This region, in the first phase of elections, has given the Congress a clear edge, is what is coming out to be. So, yes, the BJP is all set to form the government in Gujarat, but the indicators for the Congress here are a little more positive. The kind of increase in vote share that they are now reporting is certainly going to be a big thumbs up for the Congress party, especially at a time when Rahul Gandhi is taking over, or at least this is how the Congress would like to project their election results in Gujarat. That yes, we may have lost, but look at the kind of numbers that we're posting. It is going to be a worrying factor for the BJP. Not a comfortable victory, something that they need to think about as well.
All right, that is as far as the election update is concerned, but just keep your eye out on the markets. The Nifty holding just about that 10,400 mark. We're off the high point of the day. The PSU banks, in fact, are selling off, trading at the low point of the day. But we have to cut across to our sister channel, the Commerce Minister, Nirmala Sitharaman, the now Defence Minister, speaking right now.
That you've lost in Himachal. Would we want to talk about it? You've lost. We've not lost in Gujarat. The government in Gujarat was of BJP, we are coming back. Whereas the government in Himachal Pradesh was of Congress, you're not going back there. Would you want to talk about it? How many of them from the Congress? How many days did Rahul Gandhi go and campaign in Himachal? Why did he run away from Himachal Pradesh? He went there for a day? Is Himachal not important for him? Is that a strategy of the Congress party? No wonder the people rejected him. Let's think about that. Himachal may be small, but there is a big message there also for Congress. They've not come back there.
And finally, the EVM malfunctioning, EVM tampering rag of the Congress party. What do you have to say about that?
I thought Dr. Captain Amrinder Singh has clearly answered the Congress on it. He wouldn't be there. His local bodies elections which happened wouldn't have been in favor of the Congress if EVMs were tampered. Wouldn't they want to take their own leader seriously on that?
Thank you so much for speaking to CNBC.
All right, interesting conversation coming in there from Nirmala Sitharaman. What we'll do is slip into a short break, come back, we'll focus on the markets as well as get you the big political reactions on the Gujarat elections. Keep it with Business Lunch.